After leaving the Ministry of Foreign Affairs late one evening, Emil's heels clicked against the pavement as she walked beside Faith. The city lights blurred around her, a heaviness settling deep in her chest. Faith glanced at her. "You okay? You look like you've seen a ghost." Amelia rubbed her temples. I don't know. I just feel unsettled." Faith frowned. "You're still shaken up from Max's food poisoning, aren't you?" "Ames, that wasn't your fault. I still don't know how something like that got past everyone in that household." "Yeah, we were lucky it wasn't worse," Amelia muttered, though the guilt she carried had little to do with the incident itself. She sensed a growing burden in her mind regarding her decision to end things with Javier, and the question of whether she should let him have primary custody of Max. A sleek car pulled up, and Faith stepped inside. "That's me. Go home and rest, okay? Stop overthinking everything. You'll give your pretty face wrinkles." Amelia nodded faintly, watching her friend disappear into the night. Alone on the dimly lit curb, Amelia decided to move to a brighter area while waiting for her Uber. Suddenly, a car with rideshare signs on the dashboard screeched to a stop beside her. "Amelia Rivera?" the driver asked, his voice neutral. She nodded, relieved. She didn't have to wait too long in the night for her Uber. "Yes, thank you." As soon as she settled into the back seat, she looked up and something felt wrong when she saw the driver's face was partially obscured. His sharp, cold eyes glinted in the rearview mirror, watching her, and her instincts suddenly screamed danger. She tugged at the door handle to get out, but found it wouldn't budge. Panic set in as she tugged harder. "Let me out, please. I forgot something back at the office." The driver sneered, his voice ice cold. "Don't waste your energy. You're not going anywhere." Before she could scream, he lunged and pressed a cloth drenched in chemicals over her nose and mouth. As an acrid stench filled her lungs, she fought against the encroaching darkness, but her muffled cries faded as her limbs grew heavy and her vision blurred. Her last thoughts echoed in terror. Who is he? What does he want? On the tarmac, Javier had barely stepped off the plane when his phone buzzed with a call from his son's house line. "Hey, Max. Is everything okay?" The boy's voice came through thick with tears.
"Dad, Big Star is running away again."
Javier froze, his face suddenly stern. "Why do you say that? What happened?"
"She promised she'd make me pizza tonight, but it's late and she's not answering my calls. And when I use the Finder app for her phone, it says that she's somewhere really far away. I showed the maid and she said she's in the middle of swamplands."
Javier's grip tightened with sudden worry. "You said you have access to her phone finder?" Max sniffled.
"I set the app up for her since her phone is always dying and getting lost."
Max shared her phone coordinates with Javier, and his jaw clenched when he pulled it up. Like the boy said, the location was disturbingly remote. It was far from anywhere Amelia would logically go. A wave of dread washed over Javier. "Victor," he barked, "get me surveillance footage from the Council of Foreign Affairs office now. Anything that shows what Amelia did when she left the office. Something has happened to her." He then sent Victor Amelia's phone coordinates. "Tell the driver to get us there, and fast." Victor hesitated, concerned with Javier's pale complexion and unsteady gait. "Your Highness, you haven't rested properly in days. That area is very far away. Shouldn't we send someone else to handle this?" Javier's eyes burned with fury. "No. Get us there. Now." The urgency in his voice left no room for argument. As the car sped into the night, Javier's mind raced. Amelia wouldn't make Max a promise and disappear on him willingly, especially when the boy was in recovery from being sick. In the pit of his stomach, he knew something bad had happened to her. He just prayed they weren't too late. When Amelia regained consciousness, she opened her eyes to darkness and shivered from the cold and fear seeping into her body. Beneath her, she was lying on a cool metal floor. The thick blackness before her felt heavy, and she found it hard to breathe. She felt around in an attempt to gauge where she was, and her hands met the metal walls of her prison. Panic surged in her chest as the memories of how she got there flooded back. The Uber she thought was hers, the driver's cold eyes, the strong smell of chemicals. "Hello? Is anyone there? Let me out!" Amelia's voice cracked as it echoed into the void. She pounded her fists against the hard surface, feeling more desperate with each unanswered call. Her mind raced, wondering who could have kidnapped her and what they might possibly want. Then she landed on a recent warning. "It won't end well. Paloma is going to destroy you." Was this what Sophie meant? The realization hit her like a punch to the gut. Paloma? Who else would have a vendetta against her? But would she really go this far? Amelia's heart thundered in her chest. People as powerful as the Sans family could easily eliminate someone like her, a measly commoner. And they could do it as simply as stepping on an ant. The grating sound of a heavy metal door lifting broke the silence, sending shivers down her spine. Just then, blinding floodlights filled the place, forcing Amelia to shield her eyes. When she opened them, she could now see that she was inside a shipping container. She didn't know it yet, but the container was located in the middle of the Everglades swamplands. The roar of the engines suddenly boomed the air as motorcycles screeched into the container, their tires skidding on the floor. 6 bikes surrounded Amelia, and their riders dismounted one by one. Gruff, rugged men, with cruel eyes closed in. Their leering gazes crawled over her like a swarm of insects. A man with a scarred face stepped forward, sneering. "Well, look what we've got here. Didn't think we'd be getting a prize today." Another man, heavier, with a grotesque grin, reached out to touch her face. "A soft and delicate prize, just the way I like 'em." Amelia snapped and slapped the man's hand away, her voice cutting through the lewd remarks. "Don't touch me!" Her hands balled into fists, and her body coiled like a spring. The heavy man's grin turned into a scowl. "Big mistake, girlie." The man's thick hand smacked Amelia hard across the face, and her head snapped to the side. Stars burst in her vision from the impact, and blood trickled down the corner of her mouth. Her cheek burned, but the fury inside her burned hotter. She straightened slowly, and met each and every one of their gazes with unwavering defiance. "Touch me again, and I swear you'll regret it. Even if I die here, I will haunt you all until your last waking breath. You'll never sleep soundly ever again." The men were surprised by her ferocity, but their shock quickly turned to laughter. To find out what happens next, download the Pocket FM app in the next minute to get free access to all episodes of The Royal Accident for free.